Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'll show you guys how you can add Google Ads conversion tracking to your Typeform. So what we're gonna do initially, we'll add Google Tag Manager code in our Typeform, and then we will track what's the final event once the Typeform is submitted, and then we will trigger our Google Ads conversion tracking code when the form is completely submitted. So as you can see that on my screen, I have multiple type forms. And first, in order to add Google Tag Manager tracking code, we will need to click on this plus sign to that specific type form. So there are multiple type forms you can see on my screen, and in this form, we will add Google Tag Manager. Then on Google Tag Manager, we will add our Google Ads conversion tracking code, right? So you will, I have already connected my Google Tag Manager with this type form. But if you haven't done that already, you can do that by clicking on this plus sign. And once you click on this plus sign, which will take you to the integration screen, and in there, we will search for Tag Manager. And here it is. So once you see the Google Tag Manager here, you will have the connect button. I have already connected it, so that's why it's not showing up. As you can see, when I click on these three small dots, I have option to edit or delete. So I have already added my Google Tag Manager. Now that's the Tag Manager for this type form. There are multiple tags already created for different platforms like Facebook, and these two are for the different forms. So I'm doing a new event for this type form, right? So that's the GTM code which I added on my type form here. So when I click on edit button, you can see that's the GTM code which we will need to add in our type form when we are connecting our Google Tag Manager with type form, right? Now in our Google Tag Manager, we will preview it. What's the event name when the type form is completely submitted? Okay. Now let's preview it. Click on preview. Okay, now my preview window is opened, and as you can see, there's a small pop-up showing up on right corner where we have this saying Tag Assistant connected. And now when I go to my Tag Assistant window, you can see that on the form we have these tags firing up because we have these on our Google Tag Manager. Now when we start filling up the form, we have this event type form first interaction. Now we will fill up the complete form and see which event is triggering, and on that event we will trigger our Google Ads conversion tracking code. Okay, so let me complete the form and get back to you. Okay, so I have completed the form, and now when I open up Google Tag Assistant, you can see on completing the form we have this event called type form submit. Now we will trigger our Google Ads conversion tracking code on type form submit event. Okay. Now that's our Google Ads account, and we are creating a new conversion action. Let me redo that for you guys. Okay, so there are already some conversion action present. I'm going to create a new conversion action, so we will understand that the submission or the lead is coming through type form, right? So let me create a new conversion action by clicking on new conversion action button. I'm going to click on website from here, and then here I'll add in the Typeform URL. So that's my Typeform URL. I'm going to add in my Typeform URL, press scan, and then click on this second one as that's my actual Typeform. And now we have this option to create conversion action manually. I'm going to create a conversion action by clicking on this add a conversion action manually. And then here I'm going to select lead, submit lead form. Let's name it type form lead. So we will understand we got a conversion from a type form lead, right? So I'm going to add a value. For now, just add the $1 value, select every here, and then rest of the settings we can leave it as it is. Make sure you have data driven attribution here. And why it's that important, I'm going to tell you in another video because it will be a very long video if I'm going to tell you that. So let's go for done. and then click on save and continue. Okay, our conversion action has been created. Now we have these three options. I'm going to click on use Google Tag Manager, and now we have our conversion ID and conversion label. Now we need to trigger this when our form is completed, right? I'm going to copy this conversion ID and conversion label and create a new tag for type form lead submission. And then in tag configuration, I'm going to select Google Ads here, and from there I'll select Google Ads conversion tracking here. And now we will need to add in conversion ID and conversion label from the Google Ads account, right? So I'm going to copy the Google Ads conversion ID and then copy the conversion label, paste it here, and then on triggering, we will need to trigger it on custom event which we had on a Google Tag Assistant. So click on trigger and create a new trigger by clicking on this plus sign, name it custom event and type form submission. You can name it whatever you want. And on trigger configuration, we will select custom event. So that's the custom event, and event name should be the same as what we had in our tag assistant. So here's our tag assistant, and we have this type form submit. We can get the details from here. So click on it. Click on variables, and here we have our custom event name showing up, which is type form submit. So I'm just going to copy it from here and then paste it in our Google Tag Manager event name, right? And then click on save. Okay, we have our type form tag created, which will trigger our conversion ID and conversion label based on this custom event which I created, right? And now I'm going to click on save and then hit submit to publish the Google Tag Manager container. Okay guys, now I'm going to preview this and show you the preview that on our final event of Typeform submission, we have this tag firing or not. So let me pause the video and test it out quickly and show you guys if the event is firing properly. Okay guys, now you can see my screen. I have submitted a Typeform and I have these two events from Typeform, and that's the first interaction of the Typeform. And you can see none tags are fired, but when the form is completed and the Typeform submit event is pushed, you can see we have this Typeform lead submission tag triggering, and when I click on that, I can then match the conversion ID and conversion label with my Google Ads account, and which makes me understand that my conversion ID and conversion label is triggering whenever someone fill up my Typeform. And now we can link this Typeform with a campaign, and whenever someone submit this form, we will have our conversion showing up in Google Ads account. So that's it for the video guys. I hope you guys would get some insight from this video. I'm trying to create videos more often for the tasks which I'm getting from the client. I'll be hiding all of the information from the client. So that's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to learn more about conversion tracking, tag manager, and anything else related to the analytics. Until next video, have a great day.